You're watching the CW7.
The CW7 is your home for Hoosier Lottery Mega Millions drawings. Join us on Tuesdays and Fridays during Eyewitness News at 9, right here on the CW7 for your chance to win.
You're watching the CW7.
Frontline brings you breakthrough journalism, crucial answers, and stories you can't ignore. Frontline, serious journalism for serious times.
Start your day with your local Weather Authority forecast from meteorologist Nathan Kitchens. Your kids will be out the door confident they'll stay ahead of any storm.
Rain is moving in across central Illinois.
Even the experts trust WMBD this morning.
Make sure to take your umbrellas. It's going to rain.
Really? Is that what Nathan said?
At least they listen to somebody.
Don't worry about it, Chris. Weekdays 5 to 7, we've got you covered.
WMBD this morning. Central Illinois proud.
Storm Team 4 is Weather Rate certified most accurate in Central Ohio. Now, 10 years in a row. Trust the team on top. 10 years and counting. Storm Team 4, the most accurate.
We have been the most accurate station in Central Ohio for 10 years running and then some. And it's by no mistake. I know that when I'm forecasting for Storm Team 4 and NBC4, I am not just forecasting for Dave Mazza, but Ben, McKenna, Joe, Brian, all of our names are on that forecast. It's a no-nonsense forecast, straight to the point, so you know you could trust and depend on it every single day.
Rely on Storm Team 4, the most accurate.
For Your Health is your family's wellness resource from NBC4 and NBC4i, linking you to providers you can trust, like Avena Women's Care, providing the highest level of individualized women's health care. Find your For Your Health provider at NBC4i.com.
Big Ohio Football Show. The Buckeyes, the Big Ten, and all of Ohio. Expert analysis you can only get here. The Big Ohio Football Show, tonight at 7:30 on NBC4.
Everybody, thank you for joining me on this Friday afternoon. I'm Robin Haynes. A new healthcare center is changing the game for people in Knox County. It's bringing them access to more doctors, more specialties, and more care. We'll share that.
But we also want our share of the profit as well.
Right now on Sunrise 7, hotel workers across the nation went on strike over Labor Day weekend. More on the hotels affected and how the companies are responding.
Lots of sunshine today across north central Wisconsin, but what about the rest of the week? And also our next weather maker bringing rain chances. Those details coming up.
Plus, this weekend, our community will be a focal point in the presidential election. What former President Donald Trump will talk about during his visit to the Central Wisconsin Airport.
Live, local, first. You're waking up with Sunrise 7.
Good morning, and thanks for waking up with us here on this Labor Day morning. I'm Tony Langfellow. Let's send it right over to First Alert Chief Meteorologist Mark Hawley on this Monday morning. Mark, good morning. We've had some beautiful weather out there the last few days.
Coming up, see how a local organization is fostering bonds and bridging generational gaps. Plus, you might look like you love this music video filmed right in our backyard.
Temperatures have been rather pleasant for today. We've got a little bit of a warm up before a nice big cool down in that extended outlook. We'll talk more about that coming up.
From WBKO News. Local, first, now. This is WBKO News at 4.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on WBKO News at 4. I'm Presley Allen.
En corte, el hombre acusado de arrancar un pedazo de una oreja de un agente del orden público en Chelsea. Mañana se reanuda la búsqueda de 2 personas desaparecidas tras accidente mortal en un barco en Connecticut.
Noticiero Telemundo Nueva Inglaterra a las 11. Comienza ahora.
Y precisamente, amigos televidentes, tenemos que hacerlo esta noche con una noticia trágica desde el Valle de Merrimack. El cuerpo sin vida de Carol Flash Burgos fue hallado por autoridades y una persona, sabemos.
Weather impacts your life every day. Messy roads, excessive heat, bad allergies.
You can't control the weather, but we can predict it.
The WFMY News 2 weather team, rated most accurate in the Triad 16 of the last 17 years.
We'll be the first to alert you when weather impacts may head your way and explain how you can prepare.
Download the WFMY News 2 weather app to stay connected and updated. Weather Impact Alert Days from WFMY News 2.
When severe weather strikes, the WXXV Weather Authority team strikes back with 2-minute faster advanced warning systems.
WXXV News 25 are tracking a tornadic system currently moving through the area. You need to take cover now.
The most accurate tropical models and storm tracking radar.
Severe weather is in the area. Take your precautions. This is the real deal.
The WXXV Weather Authority team, keeping you ahead of the storm.
Get a quick look at the weather with Fox 21 weather updates on SoCo CW every weekday afternoon.
It has been a hot day across southern Colorado today. Mid-90s Colorado Springs, 100 in Pueblo.
Sponsored by Springs Curb Appeal, your friendly chimney guys.
This is BTV, your home for memorable entertainment television.
Let's get you straight to breaking news right now. We are following coming out of Barrow County. This is a live look right now from our Sky Tracker over Appalachia High School, where there appears to be this large police presence, multiple emergency response crews on the scene right now.
Police presence on school premises at Appalachia High School in Winder, Georgia. There are injuries. News Chopper 2 live over the school in Barrow County right now. You can see all these students evacuated onto the field and the track. Channel 2 Action News reporters and photographers are on the scene with the latest.
Live, local, late breaking. This is Channel 2 Action News at noon. Coverage you can count on.
Right now we're on top of breaking news at noon. Hello, I'm Fred Blankenship.
Good afternoon, everyone. You're joining our breaking news coverage right now. I'm Linda Stouffer.
We're beginning now with that breaking news at a high school there in Barrow County. News Chopper 2 is live where there's a police activity, heavy police activity at Appalachia High School in Barrow County. That's in Winder, Georgia.
Atlanta News First starts now with breaking news.
And we are following breaking news right now in Barrow County, where a heavy police presence is at Appalachia High School in Winder.
Yeah, good morning, good afternoon to you all. It has just been a chaotic afternoon, certainly for parents who are still not quite sure what's going on there. But we have viewer video just into the Atlanta News First newsroom. We want to show you exactly what it's looking like right now at the scene.
11 Alive News at 4 p.m. starts now.
And we continue to follow breaking news at this hour at 4 o'clock. At least 4 people are dead after a mass shooting at Appalachia High School, according to the Georgia Bureau of Investigation. And here's what we know right now. An additional 9 people were taken to area hospitals with injuries, and the suspect is alive and still in custody. We have been covering this ever since reports of that shooting started coming in just after 9:30 today.
That's right. So to give you an idea of where exactly this is happening, we're talking about Appalachia High School. This is in Barrow County, about 45 miles away from Atlanta.
Tonight, some of the faces of those killed by a shooter at Appalachia High School.
As a community comes together to mourn.
It's unreal. It's just crazy.
New information out of Barrow County within the past 90 minutes.
The pure evil that happened today. From the search for other targets to previous investigations involving the accused shooter. New tonight, reaction from Governor Kemp.
And this community is hurting today.
To scared parents.
My daughter texted me, I was at work. She said, "Mama, I'm scared." She says she just heard gunshots.
And right now, Channel 2 Action News is live as investigators raid the accused shooter's house.
Excuse me, sir, are you Mr. Gray? You don't have anything to say?
We have live Team 2 coverage, all new on WSB tonight. Truly a tough night for our community, but we are here with new information to help clear things up. I'm George Estevez.
Thanks for being with us. I'm Wendy Corona. Tonight we know the names of all 4 people killed in a school shooting in Barrow County. Here are pictures of 3 of those victims. Mason Schermerhorn, just 14 years old. And we're still working to get the photo of the other 14-year-old victim, Christian Angulo.
You also see here 2 teachers killed in the shooting, Richard Aspinwall and Christina Urimi. We were there as the GBI raided the home of the 14-year-old accused shooter, Colt Gray.
My heart hurts for our community, but I want to make it very clear that hate will not prevail in this county.
At least 4 people were killed and 9 others injured in a shooting at a Georgia high school today. The latest from officials, plus how to talk to your children about tragedies like these, coming up.
This is Local 3 News at 11.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Greg Glover.
And I'm Cindy Sexton. We begin with the latest from Georgia. 2 students and 2 teachers were killed by a school shooter in Winder, Georgia, about 150 miles southeast of Chattanooga.
The sheriff's office first received an active shooter call at 10:30 a.m. They say 9 people, that's 8 students and a teacher, were injured but are expected to survive. The 14-year-old shooter reportedly surrendered when he was confronted by the school resource officer.
No evidence of a list of schools being targeted. However, there is a lot of evidence that is being recovered and evaluated. We're going through everything to determine if there is any active threats to any schools in this area, this county, and the state of Georgia.
You just heard from the director of the GBI speaking on the mass shooting Wednesday that left 4 dead and multiple injured at Appalachia High School in Winder.
The 4 victims have been identified, and we will share how officials are working to ensure student safety coming up on this half hour of Today in Georgia.
Covering South Georgia, this is WALB News 10's Today in Georgia.
Very heavy news to start with, but we still hope you're having a good morning so far. I'm Riley Armand.
Yeah, I'm Madison Foglio. Now we'll have more on that mass shooting in just a few minutes and how families are recovering this.
13 WMAZ News at midday starts now.
Good afternoon to you. I'm Frederick Price. Thank you for joining us.
These are our neighbors. These are our friends. And this community is hurting today. And I would just ask all Georgians and all Americans to continue to keep these families, these educators, and these students in your thoughts and prayers.
A message from Governor Kemp after yesterday morning's tragedy at a high school in Barrow County.
Padre e hijo están tras las rejas esta noche y mañana comparece en tribunales Colt Gray, presunto pistolero del tiroteo de ayer. Una experta aporta consejos para que estudiantes puedan superar los trastornos causados por la violencia armada.
El suroeste de Estados Unidos con alerta máxima de calor, pero ¿qué tanto afecta esto a nuestra región? Se lo enseño más adelante.
Y solo faltan 5 días para el primer y quizás único debate presidencial entre Kamala Harris y el expresidente Donald Trump. Muy buenas noches, les saluda Ademar Montaña y gracias por estar con nosotros en Noticias Telemundo Georgia y así comenzamos.
Local, live. This is KCTV5 News at 6.
Hey, thanks for joining us tonight on what could be considered a holiday of sorts here in Kansas City. The Chiefs kick off the NFL season in about an hour. I'm Sharon Chen.
And I'm Brad Stevens.
Local, live. This is KCTV5 News at 6. Local, live. This is KCTV5 News at 10.
Now on KCTV5, a student suspension sparks a walkout. Why they're calling for justice and say they don't feel safe at school.
Plus, tenants stand together their demands after some went without running water or gas in their apartment for weeks. And the lawsuit that could take sports betting off your ballot this November.
But first, we saw Chiefs fans run for cover as a storm moved over Arrowhead Stadium.
News 5 at 11 is sponsored by Vern and Ellsworth Hand, Northeast Ohio's heating, cooling, plumbing, and boiler experts.
Most awarded in Cleveland. News 5 at 11 starts now.
Now at 11.
We try to keep Akron safe at all costs.
First, a massive fire.
They were doing a transport of some chemicals, and whatever happened inside at that time, that's what caught fire.
Hours later, across town, a shooting right outside an apartment.
I started running because I got scared. I was having a panic attack.
News 5 crews are at two developing scenes just miles apart in Akron tonight. We have the latest on these stories and more. News 5 at 11 starts now. Thanks for being with us. I'm Rob Powers. This was the scene for hours in Akron today, a fire on Rosemary Boulevard.
Live from WTOC, the Southeast News leader. The News at 3 starts now.
A terrifying scene at a local gas station. WTOC is following the investigation in Bryan County after a man was found at a truck stop with gunshot wounds. Plus, back-to-back court appearances for a father and son charged in the deadliest school shooting this year. WTOC is following the conversation in that North Georgia courtroom.
Live from WTOC, the news starts now with breaking news.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for the news at 7. I'm Dawn Baker.
And I'm Haley Bolin. We begin with breaking news out of Evans County this evening. The school system there says a 4th grade student has been arrested for making threats towards Claxton Elementary. Now, it happened around 3:30 this afternoon. They say safety protocols were implemented at all campuses in the county. Now, police then secured the area and determined no threats were on campus. There's no word yet on any charges, though.
That will do it for us at 5:30.
It's time now for the news at 6.
And developing now, a shocking scene caught on camera.
A young mother fighting with a woman over her 1-year-old baby.
The woman holding the baby had to come to the rescue after she says the baby was thrown from a moving car. I'm Rosh Lowe with what happens next.
Only on 10, another gripping scene caught on camera. Cops coming face to face with a teen who they thought was armed and dangerous.
Those officers saying they were forced to fire, but thankfully that teen survived. I'm Andrew Perez with what he just told me.
It's going to be a weekend sizzler. Don't finalize your plans until you hear from Betty.
Homewrecker and out-of-control car coming out of nowhere.
Thumb on the scale, a state agency apparently working against the upcoming abortion amendment. I'm Glenna Milberg with a legal challenge underway.
On 2 points here just a day after the Inspector General says he engaged in misconduct, a Pembroke Park commissioner is firing back, planning to sue the city for millions.
Good evening. Off the top at 6 tonight. We continue working breaking news in Miami Beach. There's a SWAT situation there right now.
We want to get right over to Janice Fernandez with the late breaking details. Janice.
Live, local, now. This is WMBF News at 11.
Well, we are in for a rainy start to the weekend, but the gloomy weather will have a silver lining, I promise. And if I don't, this dude will right here. Meteorologist Robert Whitehurst has your first alert to showers giving way to another taste of fall next week. I can work with that.
Even by Sunday, you'll start to notice the difference.